morning, our lovely viewers, those that take your time to subscribe to our lovely channel. We really appreciate your support in the best way possible. A very good morning once again. It's me, Muzukulu Ankali, presenting to you this program on a day like this, the 18th of June 2025. I come back with the story of the 11 years girl who was raped by a relative in the sake in the names of the uncle. We've been talking about this story for quite a long time, and I can say that we are soon coming to an end of this episode. Actually of these episodes, because we've had a number of episodes talking about the same thing. For those of you who have been following this story, we started way back in April, where the mother found out that the 11-year-old girl is pregnant, and after a series of checkups in the hospital, the girl declared that the uncle raped her and she was pregnant for 18 months. So we've been talking about this story for quite a long time, and we've been appearing into courts different times, different days throughout from April up to date. Today, the 18th of June 2025, I can assure you that yesterday, on the 17th of this month, we had the first sitting in the new courts whereby the lawyer of the accused could not present himself because of undisclosed issues. Because previously we understood that the two lawyers, the defendant and the accused, we are sent to get 5 cases whereby a minor of this age was raped and the accused was given bail or was not granted bail, because the defendant wants his client to be out of prison such that he can get a bail and start whatever he's doing out of the prison. But then the judge was quite vigilant in a way that if one of you brings the judge was quite vigilant to say that. So as of now, I can report to you, our lovely viewers, that the next court sitting for the remand of the accused will be there next week, and this time round it's not a bail application. It is to determine how long, if the accused is guilty, how long this person is going to serve remanded. You've heard about the series of information coming from different sources that the pregnancy was terminated. Yes, for those that have been into the courts, you can agree with me that it was not safe for this small child, 11 years old, for God's sake, to be carrying a baby inside her womb. So the best way to do to get away of this was to terminate the pregnancy, and I can assure to you that the pregnancy was terminated by the end of last month. So now I can say that we are waiting until the DNA results are out, and that will take roughly 9 months. To those of you who have been into the courts of law, I know you could be knowing how the courts of law operate, because they cannot just take a new case. They cannot work on a new case and they leave the old cases. So this means that it being that this person is remanded and will be only brought back into court on the 23rd of this month, there is no guarantee that this guy is gonna be granted bail, because in the previous sittings of the court they proved everything wrong. So there is no any way this the accused together with his lawyers will prove a point that at least they can appeal to have a new bail application. As it stands at the moment, there is no bail application, but the normal sitting of the case has actually started. It has started, and in this way it means that it will go on until the judge says that this is the possible judgment that we can give to this person, because the case that we are talking about, it is rape and defilement to a minor, for God's sake, a minor who is 11 years old. I think it is high time we have to think about our deeds before we even dare do whatever we have to do. Because look at a guy, a dude who everything looked to be going on well, arrested on the 22nd of April, 3 months back, if I could say, now has been into the courts of law from all that time. Whatever he was doing, his work, his everything, put on hold because of these minor things. Can you imagine? So I really call upon whoever has an intent of defiling a minor, raping a minor. We are talking about a girl who is just 11 years old. Think about the resources that have been into the case. Think about the time spent, the time wasted. We see a lot of teenage pregnancies in the country, and most of them are brought up by the teenagers themselves. But then if it comes to an adult, then it means we have to pray for our kids. We have to pray for our kids, because if we do not pray for our kids, then it will take a miracle to take this out. Because, like, seriously, this dude has been living a life that is admired by very many, but look at where he put himself. So guys, I really call upon you. There are things that we do and sometimes are inevitable, but then if it's not inevitable, why go for it? Like, seriously, we are talking about a 11-year-old child, 11-year-old child who was impregnated by a relative, for God's sake, a relative. Now everything is put on hold because of I don't know, can I call it ignorance? I don't even have a proper word to call this, but then that is it. It is what it is because of what was done to our Ugandan community. I'm so grateful for the numbers that have been coming to court. I'm so grateful for the support that you've given this family. The support could be moral and financial support. We really appreciate the time, the resources that you've rendered to the family, because it is not easy. For starters, from getting a lawyer, organizing the people to protest against the bail application. You can just imagine of the trauma going through the child, but then by God's grace, I believe the child will be better as time goes on. Now that even determination was done to this child, you can just imagine of it and be like, oh God, be with this family together with the child, because wherever they are going through is not easy. It is not easy at all. Not easy at all. But then as time goes on, we know very well that time heals. And I believe this child will heal sometime. The child will heal. I believe the child will heal in the near future. But whatever happened, yeah, it wasn't good. And as Genvo the Media, we really condemn those acts. We condemn whatever that was done. We condemn it with all our soul and body. We condemn what was done. Yes, it's not proven that the accused is guilty, but for starters, for what is on the ground, everything, all the information that is coming out is pinning this person that, yeah, you guilty, much as you cannot say I did this and that. Everything is pinning this person that the accused raped the child. So the fact that the lawyer of the accused did not show up, I believe you could be having your thoughts about why the lawyer didn't come. But then if we look at what could stop the lawyer becoming, remember I told you earlier, I told you that the same lawyer who has been with the accused from the start of the case was asked by the judge that if you want your client to get bail, he was sent out to go and look for 5 cases whereby an 11-year-old girl was raped and the accused was given bail. I do not know if it was very hard for this gentleman, the lawyer, to get the cases, and if those people were granted bail, he had to provide on what condition were these people granted bail. Perhaps the lawyer couldn't find those cases. If so, it made him not appear to court. Then another reason that could make the lawyer not to come could be resources wise, the logistics of the lawyer. Remember, a lawyer cannot just appear in court without their pay. To those of you who have been into the courts of law, you know very well that you clear the lawyer first, then he represents you. If not, then he doesn't show up. That could be another reason. I'm not saying it is the reason. It could be the reason as to why the lawyer did not show up. Because now, it is just anticipation. What could have been the reason as to why this lawyer didn't pop up in court? Because he knew very well that on the 17th, there will be another court sitting for the same case. But then if he didn't show up, then you can ask yourselves very many questions. Then on the other side, we learned about what really happened. We learned about what really happened, and perhaps, lawyers help us in different cases, but then if they see, because for them they can be like, oh, this case, according to the way I'm seeing this case, I did not see victory. They can predetermine the results of the case based on what they see on the ground. They'll be like, oh. Then before the court sitting, as the protocol goes, the accused has to be presented the court rules, whatever is going to be happening, and he was told that you have a right to a lawyer. Remember, this time we're talking about a time whereby his lawyer didn't pop up in court. They reminded him that he has a right to the lawyer, and if he does not have one, then the state can provide him one. On being asked who your lawyer is, he said, I do have a lawyer, and asked about the names of the lawyer, he said so and so. So it was a surprise in a way that he mentions a name of a person he calls his lawyer, different from the names of the lawyer that has been with him since the start of the case. This surprised almost everyone, and indeed shocked everyone, because it will be a surprise. Why now they're coming out with a different name of a lawyer, different from what we all knew. In these court sittings, the one for yesterday, I can assure you that the media was not allowed in. But if you are a media personality, you could go in, note down, and make your application such that you can be part of the coming sittings of the court. But this time round, the court could not allow media personalities to be into the case. But if you are a media personality, you could just come in, note down your notes from what is being said into court, then you publish it in your way. But then coverage, recording voices and the videos was not allowed. And in that way, it being that it was not allowed, it was only to attend as anyone who can attend court, to be just part of the media. I think that is it for now. That is the update that I can give you at the moment. I can assure you that on the 23rd, next week Monday, on the 23rd, I'll come back with the updates from what will come out of court on the same case. I can say for now, stay blessed, stay tuned to Jenvude Media. We shall be coming up. We're going to follow this case until it is finalized. That is the assurance that I'm giving you. We're gonna follow this case until it is finished. That's all that I can say for this onto this case. I wish you a good fruitful day, Please stay blessed, keep well, enjoy your work, enjoy the rest of the day. Please subscribe, share and like onto our YouTube channel. Have a wonderful good day ahead of you. Stay blessed. Your lovely presenter Muzukulu Wankali. Until we meet again, have a good one.